MK, and I am joining you guys for a real-time video today. And forgive me, I'm going to start right off the bat and saying forgive me for the loud noises you may or may not hear in the background. It is a beautiful day today. I have my garage door open. So if you guys don't know, my studio is in our second garage. And basically one whole wall of it opens, and then I feel like I'm working in the outdoors. It is so beautiful today. Finally, we have a gorgeous day, and I am able to enjoy it. So, again, I apologize if you guys can hear any loud noises that might come by. I also live in a valley, which is surrounded on three sides by a mountain, and so it kind of echoes and makes the noises louder than they really are. Okay, with that being said, I am joining Tara and the gang with the Counterfeit Kit Club, or whatever it's called. I apologize. I can never get the acronym right, but it is super long. So I am joining the Counterfeit Kits girls, and this is my first time playing along. It's always been very intimidating because I have always started building a collection, a page kit, anything with a collection, right? I've always just built onto a product that I've already had, and this Counterfeit Club, basically you are supposed to go in and make your own kit based off of another person's kit. Does that make sense? Or another collection. And so Tara has picked out a collection that is by the Not Just for Boys Kit Club. And it was from a couple years back, so it's no longer available or anything. They have it still on, like a reveal still on YouTube, and I'll try to link it down below if I can. So you can see what the collection is and then what I am comparing it to. So right now, over on my screen over here, I have some papers brought up because these are the papers that they have in their kit. Now, I don't have to stick with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of paper that they have available, because this kit is supposed to last me all month, and then we've got challenges throughout the month that we play with. So what I have right here, this is my travel collection. This is my what I call my travel category. Okay, and I have all of my categories in a little bin like this, whether it's one that I made or one that I picked up several years ago that is no longer available, and that's why I ended up making my own. So anyways, I'm going to start with travel because that's the feel I get from this particular kit. But based on the challenges, which I'm not really sure if they're revealed to you right now, or if they are revealed to you the day of the challenge. So I won't be naming the challenge, but that's when I will go and get another kit or collection and pull papers from that as well because of what is involved, because I won't be able to find it here in this particular bin. So, but right now I'm going to start with this bin, pull out papers from this to match what I've got going on. Now, I've got the A sides pulled up as well as the B sides, and I'll probably pull, maybe look at both sides as a separate piece of paper, and then that way I'll end up with 14 sheets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that it's still 7. It looks like it's only 6, but I can count it over and over again. It's still 7. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this in real time with you guys because this is an experience for me, and it is brand new to the way that I build a page kit or even a kit conspiracy kit, right? So this is the Counterfeit Kit, which basically means you use what's in your stash, but you want to be inspired by another collection that you may or may not own, right? So that is what I'm going to be doing. My papers are in right here. My papers are in the back, and then all the embellishments and tall things are in the front. So starting at about right here, so right here are all of my papers. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull out my papers. There might be some embellishments stuck in because I do keep collections. Like right here, I keep collections together, and some of them may or may not still have the sticker sheet or the chipboard sheet in with them. but I try to keep the larger sticker sheets and whatnot up in the front, right up in here. So that's what all of this is right here. Okay. Now this is, I'm not going to go through all of these, you guys, because clearly not everything in here is going to match those 14 sheets of paper that I need right there. So what I'm going to be doing is basically looking at what I have and then thumbing through this really fast because I don't want this to be an uber long video. Okay, you guys, so I found an interesting find. I have this 49 & Market Wanderlust Explorer paper, and it is oddly the same in a way as this paper. Like, it's got a lot of the similar colors, similar outlook, very similar. I'm wondering if it's the same designer. And maybe he left this company before he started working for 49 & Market. But I only bought this collection pack, which is the solids. So I'm going to throw this in because this matches the rest of my paper really, really well. So I'm going to throw in the Wanderlust Explorer, the solid collection. I don't have anything else but the solids. And I'm going to toss that in really quickly. I've got all of these fun little things. Oh, my stars. This is my collection for the outdoors. And again, it's set up the same, only this piece right here, this is my organizer that I created. Let me tip it back a little bit. This is my large one. It has a drawer at the bottom. It's got 3 little sections up at the top, 2 little sections right here, and then a larger section for paper in the back. And then I have a smaller version of this that doesn't have the drawer underneath. So what I have here is I'm going to grab all my papers, if I can find which ones are all of my papers. It's a hot mess. I'm just going to say, it is a huge hot mess inside this bin because I think it's too big. I needed something big because I love the great outdoors, and so that is what I am more prone to buy. And so this box needed to be extra large compared to all of my other bins, which are all very similar in size. Okay, so here's what I have for papers. Just like the last one, I'm going to go by super fast, look and see if I can't find matches to those 14 or what I think are matches to those 14. Okay, so here is everything that I have side by side and all put together. I brought out this paper here that is the solid pack from the Wanderlust Explorer collection by 49 & Market, and it's got this awesome brown that matches really well to a mottled brown that they have. I also have another one that I picked out as well that matches that beautifully, in my opinion, is this one. So it's on the bluer side, but it matches. So those 2 pieces are representing the same piece within this collection. Then I have this other piece of paper, which looks, I'm not really sure exactly, but it looks identical except for the grid in there. Sorry, I'm just scrolling up and down, and I don't see this paper in their mainstream collection. So, but I do see this type of paper right next to their notebook piece of paper, and I have this, and I also have this piece of paper as well. So I've got these 2 pieces of paper to represent that. Oh no, never mind, that's not the same. I apologize, it's this piece of paper here to represent the same thing. So that piece of paper has a double representation as well for that particular piece. And then this green piece of paper was just green. I could probably do without it if I don't want to have it in my collection, because there's no green whatsoever in any of this collection, but I ended up gravitating towards the green. Then I have these 2 pieces of paper. They are to represent my lined paper, but they're going to be grid instead, and I've got, one is a little bit more on the blue or green side, and then one's an orange or yellow side. So I've got 2 representations of that. This one here is kind of representing the geometric shaped white with gray geometric on it. So that is what this is representing. This is, where was that other one? Oh, this one here is also representing that same piece of paper, even though it's not on white. It still has a geometric shape on it and whatnot, but these two pieces of paper are meant to represent that piece. I just had to stop looking for white, to be honest. Then I've got this blue piece of paper going on here, and there's a cement looking piece of paper that could be read as a blue, could be read as a purple, could be read as a gray. That is what this piece also represents. So I've got these two pieces going on. I've also got this piece representing it. And then I thought I had another piece. Let me sneak a peeky here really quickly. I don't think so. I think that was it. Yeah, that was pretty much what I had representing that one piece of paper, even though I've kind of gone off the rails and just picked different colors to represent that paper. Then I've got this piece of paper that doesn't really represent anything, and then I go to this piece of paper here that represents that mottled rust color, which also this represents and this represents, because if you turn it over, it's got that mottled rust color. So I've got all of those representing the same piece of paper throughout. And then for my polka dot, I have this piece of paper as well as, oh, there it is. Okay. So I've got two polka dot pieces of paper. The one in the kit that we're counterfeiting is actually white polka dots on black, but this one I decided to do a black polka dot on white, and then I found one and I pulled them both in just in case I wanted to have both options. Then there's like a slate gray collage paper. I brought in this vellum piece to represent that just a little bit, as well as I brought in this piece here to represent the slate gray. And then I also brought in this piece. Maybe that was it. Maybe those are the two pieces I brought in. I'm thinking so. I'm thinking that is. This piece also represents that, this paper here that I was trying to. So I have four pieces of paper that represent that rusty color. No, that's not the rusty color. This one is all by itself. So there's a piece of paper that has, I think it's this piece here that I was trying to represent. Let me see. Yes, this piece. So these three pieces are that, I don't know what to call it, kind of look, because I can only see one side of it. I'm not really sure. Okay, so I've got my like a cement gray looking piece. Then I've got this as my other rust color piece of paper that I brought in. So I've got four representations of that. Let me put this back with that piece there. And then I've got wood grain. So I've got this kind of wood grain, which one kind is a unique, like, blocky kind of wood grain, so that is what this is representing, and then the other one is just a wood grain. So I actually have two pieces that represent that. So this one is more like a tree ring. I can see the sanding disc pattern in it, and then this one is like, I don't know, a mixed meteor-y wood grain, and then I've got this wood grain here. So I really like my wood grain choices. Then for these pieces, I had a hard time, I'm not gonna lie, especially not using green. So in this particular collection, and I totally ignored the rainbows, you guys, I really did. I could not find a piece of paper in the two collections that I went through to find a piece of paper that looked like that. So I pretty much ignored it. But these are the pieces that I pulled out to represent one sheet of paper. I pulled these two out because of the color. I pulled these two out because of the realistic aspect of that piece of paper. And then I pulled this piece of paper out for the collaging part. So that is all representing one sheet of paper. Right. Okay, so these are all the embellishments. I also have some stringing things over here. I picked this out. Again, I gravitated towards the green. I don't know why. Probably because one of the challenges that I'm dealing with, I also pulled these out. So I've got this good rust color, a green, and this blue. These are Natural Tones linen thread from Stampin' Up. If you guys are interested, I'll leave a link down below. This Stampin' Up thread is no more. It is just a really cool thread that starts this little simple thing, and then you can pull it apart and it turns into like this webbing. It's really cool. I love when they have specialty threads like this. And I always try to gravitate towards those as well. I already shared, I already shared with you guys some of the wood veneer that I picked out for the travel. I have broken up into sections some acrylic pieces that I pulled out for the outdoor and some wood pieces that I pulled out from the outdoor. These are two other pieces of acrylic that I had found. They just say road trip in two different little pieces. And then I've got a couple die cut pieces over here. I've got some thread so I could do some stitching. I also have some chipboard pieces and some flare, as well as charms and paper clips in this little section here. Over here I've got another little baggie full of acrylic and wood, which I will separate, but it's more for like the traveling section, so I'm not really sure about that just yet. I've got this really cool piece of paper that I'm stoked to use. I don't know why. I have labels and things. Now some of the labels will match and some of them will not. I've also got some more metal leaves that will end up in here eventually once I open them. And then this is a mix of acrylic and wood outdoorsy things. I'm not really sure what this piece is back here, but I'm just going to open it when I get around to it to see what all is in those pieces. Okay, so I've got those going on. I've also got other little wood pieces, but they're still in their packaging. So once I open them, they'll end up in this little tray. But until now, they're in the packaging. I've got, again, same with the flare. Once I open it, it'll end up in the little space for the flare. I have lots of little pieces, especially for the outdoorsy section, that I basically just picked and chose what I wanted based off of a specific layout more than I did, you know, throwing it in like I did with all the travel stuff. So here I've got this really cool travel stuff. This could also be for hiking because of the little label and the compass and all that. So it could go either way. I love how it's white, because then I could probably color it. I'm not really sure. I've only got 2, maybe 3 blingy thingies, enamel dots. So I've got these 2 here. Oh, here it is. So I've got 3 pulled out. This one here is a Cedar Lane, which I feel like is going to match really well with this collection. These are wood grained sequins up here, and then I've got these larger dots from 49 and Market. So I feel like these will come in handy, but not take away from all the other colors that I have. So they'll be very neutral and very nice. I've got these leftover little leafy bits going on here from my advent calendar, so hoping to use those up, so that'll be super fun. I've got some more wood pieces right in here. This is more on the lines of hunting, and then it's got the big title for hunt, and then it looks like I've got a stamped image back there that I fussy cut out. I'm not really sure, and I don't know what that word piece says in the back, but these are leftover from another layout that I did. I think I want to say back in November. These are all leafy bits. I don't even know if they're the right colors or not, but they're all different kinds of leafy stickery bits and whatnot. Just a big old pack of all of them. And then in the back, there's a couple very thin leafy cut files. So I've got those as well stuck in the back. back there. And then of course this really awesome envelope that I could use should I want to use it. These are from the Scrapbook Addict, and then I have, they're like wood grain hearts, so that's super cool too. I like that. I have these little, okay, so these are all like little vellum stickers. Just really cool for collage work and whatnot, so I think that's going to be super fun to add those in there. I've got a couple chipboard titles that are, you know, more travel. All you need is a passport. Collect moments, not things. That could be for outdoors. And then I thought I had one more, but apparently I don't. Then I've got the canceled stamps going on here, luggage, if I do a travel one, postcards, not that I'll use all of them, but there those are, and then these little tabs. Travel more, love it, outdoors, hike more, adventure, roam, wander. I mean, all these different trek, journey. So these could definitely be for the outdoors as well. So those are fun. And then some more chipboard pieces. Here are tree rings, and then these really cool old style looking film strips. So I like those. And then I've got from Scrapbook Addict again, these little hunting images, super, super fun. The only orange that is really in here, I might darken it up just a little bit with some ink, but it's that rust color. So I might turn these to rust. I'm not really sure, just so they'll blend in just a little bit. But if you look at the samples, there is a little bit of orange, especially in the embellishment area. So I thought that these pulled out rather nicely. I've got a couple different kinds of leaves. These ones are a little bit more on the fall colors, but again, still the same colors that I'm working with minus the blue. So I'm not sure. I pulled them in just in case, but I wanted to try it. These are a couple little leftover pieces from a couple kits from Close to My Heart. They've got arrows and whatnot. I'm not even sure. I think some of these are like, these actually feel like wood pieces. It's really weird how thick these feel. But you've got stars and arrows, and then tabs and crosses and geotags, and then this one is pretty cool. It's got crosses, plus signs, stars, arrows, a plane, geotags, wander, enjoy, words. Just super cool. Another airplane and arrows. So I just thought that those were really cool. For both outdoorsy and travel-y, all in one bag. So I pulled those in from somewhere. I don't know where. But anyways, oh my gosh, that's going to drive me nuts. Why did you do that? I don't know. Okay, so that's that. Then from Beeswax, I have these forest firs, and then they've got like little trees going on here, pine cones, and then the palm frond, and then two other teeny tiny little pieces there, but still a really cool color. I really like what she did here, so I pulled those out. Some cork shapes in leaves, super old, close to my heart. Well, all of them are old, close to my heart stuff now, but some close to my heart stuff. I've got some really cool things in this bag that has a bunch of washi stickers all over it. I thought I could use the bag as well. Should I get into it? But they're leftover pieces from another page that I was working on. And I thought, oh, I could just bring these in and see what I have and see what I can use. There's some more blingy dots that I could potentially use. Then there's this little baby palm frond starting to grow, I'm assuming. Then I've got some grassy bits here. So that'll be fun. A cute little fox, the word explorer, and then a tag, a hike button or flare, and then these little wood pieces. I don't know if I could use these three pieces, but I could definitely use the other pieces. Okay, I'm going to actually stick these back in here, just in case. Who knows? And then I've got this. These are all from the Hike More collection by 49 and Market. I've got the three different colors of film strips. a couple little labels and things like that that are all in the colors that I need, the blues, the browns, and whatnot. And then same here, special delivery, best ever, new discoveries, things like that. Hike more, worry less. I just really think this will go really, really well with the collection that I have put together. I've also got this flight tag. I don't know what the date is, 2/14, February 14th of 67. I thought I could put my own date on it, and then maybe a picture inside, something. I'm not really sure. I just pulled it out because of all the planes and things that I have. I have this little cork board United States, so I thought that this would come in handy as well. I don't know, you guys. I have no pictures planned whatsoever. Inside here, I've got friends, favorite, and good life, hike and hello, all different kinds of things, but these colors were perfect, so that's why I grabbed it again from Nature Study. So I've only got just a few things left over from here, but I thought that they were cool because they matched the collection that I have going on. And then, of course, I have this blue piece of paper. Does it even match? Kind of, but it doesn't belong. I'm going to put it over here. It does not go with this. I pulled out this rub-on transfer sheet mainly because of this collage right here that's got a little bit of blue and a little bit of brown and a little bit of everything in it. But I threw the whole thing in, even though those are the last little pieces that I have. It's got a mix of a couple things in here. So we'll see if I even use it or even get to it. I found these 3D stickers. They go with these 3D stickers, just a couple different things. This one has almost all the colors within this little kit that we are counterfeiting. So I thought that they went really well with what I was trying to put together. I've got a little bit of rusty orange going on in here. And so I felt like these worked really, really well with the collection that I was putting together. So when I put the papers together to create a layout, I think this is a good set of things to play with, because then I can pull in papers like this with stuff like this, and then they coordinate together, right? And then I could probably reach down into my like this one. So this was from my outdoorsy collection, and put it all together and then make a travel layout, even though this came from my outdoorsy collection. So I don't know. It is just something that I'd have no idea what I'm doing or anything. It's just something that came to my brain of having these two collections collide, because I feel like they're on the cusp of when I travel, I'm going to the outdoors. So in my brain, they basically are the same collection or category in my stash. So here I've got a stack of suitcases and things like that. I just threw this in because of the fact that I wasn't going to go through on camera live every single one of these, picking out and choosing which pieces I wanted to play with. So I just pulled in the whole thing because all these colors really truly match with all the things that I've picked here and here and here and here. So that's what that is. That's where that's coming from. And then I've got these laser cut pieces. I've got a strip of tickets. I've got these train. So this one is a train car, and then I found the other train car, and I was thinking if I could get it to go across 2 pages, and then I could have a super long train car. I just thought that was kind of cool. And then I have the little railroad crossing sign going across the strip. This is the cut file that I added to my collection, keeping in mind that I was assuming this was going to be just a travel themed layout. But again, I could use one for camping and hiking, and all the little like pictures and things that you take or whatnot. And then of course I've got this one here that I could use for traveling, or vice versa. One of the two. I'm not really sure just yet how that works. I did pull out this one here. It's a border strip. It's actually 2 border strips for traveling. So I thought that that was really cool, and they kind of match each other. So they kind of go along really well with each other. And this could be like the top of the title, or the bottom. You know, your title can go right here, and then this can go off to the side. Things like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. to use that. I finally decided to pull out this Anywhere Vintage Artistry Anywhere washi tape, and so each one of these are little stickers. For washi tape, there's you know, biking and the compass and all that stuff. So to me, you could do this for outside, or you could do this for traveling a city. And then of course there's a big old map on the other side. So just something that I've been wanting to use. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. I love, love, love these collages from Dusty Attic. And so they're actually teacher collages, and so you the teacher purchases these and then shows you multiple different layouts. You can use them on. I personally liked these little grids, and so I'm going to end up using those. But then there's also the little planes, trains, automobiles, and boats that you could travel with. I just really like everything that is offered in this little section here. And then of course from Crafty Garden, I have these 3 things. I think this is one of them. Nope, this is Nature Study. So I've got 2 Crafty Garden. This one is the rub-on transfer sheets, 3 6x12 transfer sheets. I don't think I've even used these, but if I have, I'm sorry. But I pulled them out because they have a lot of blue in them, and trying to bring some of the blue in. Plus I like these little geometric shapes going on. So I've got those. And then of course I've got all these laser cut. I love the blue leaves, so I'm going to try to and grab some of these blue leaves and bring the blue in. I might have to bring in some sprays and add to that collection to bring in some of that darker blue, but I'm not so sure. It just depends on how much I need of it. But yes, again, gravitating towards greenery, right? Then from Nature Study, I have 2 different laser cut pieces all in this one. And then of course I've got a couple stickers, but I've got the mushrooms and foliage laser cut pieces, and then I have the images and icons laser cut pieces. So I've got I'm bringing in my mushrooms that they brought in for the Not Just for Boys. I also have this layered embellishment set from 49 and Market. It's one of their very older collections. I don't even know if it has a date on it. 2020 is when this came out, but it's layered acetate images. And so I thought it was kind of cool because you've got the little postage signs, the road less traveled, snapshot, wander, happiness, boots, scenic view in paradise, and then of course all the different little leaves and all the different little cameras. I just thought it was perfect for this, and then it's got the little blue dots, so again bringing in that blue. So I thought it was perfect for what I was trying to bring in. And then I have, sorry, I need to level this out just a little bit. Then I've got this wreath that I thought I could use up finally and do something, pull out this wreath. I don't know if I'm going to mix media it. I don't know if I'm going to leave it as is in its brown format and then add things to it to liven it up. I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I thought this was a good collection to bring it in and make it come alive. This one too, I felt like had a lot of potential color-wise. So it had the blue in it, it had the rusty red in it, it had the brown in it, and then the gray, and then of course the green. It just seems like that comes with every collection. So I thought this was kind of cool. I like the weekend getaway, the adventure, the scenic route. A lot of these could be foot travel as well as vehicle travel. So I definitely thought that this was kind of cool when you could use a travel collection, but then it could also be an outdoor set, like collect memories and whatnot. Love this. The compasses, things like that. I definitely think that. Take the scenic route, but then the airplane in the background, it definitely, if without the airplane, it definitely could have been a hiking one, but you know, you've got that airplane back there, so it's okay. I just really like how you can take these 2 collections, or these 2 categories, and make them into one category. Here for the everywhere, I've got the color wash rub-ons. Again, reaching for these blues and this rust. Trying to ignore the greens, but we'll see how that works because this has green in it, so does this, so does this. And so I really was gravitating towards all these blues and more colorful ones, even though I didn't want a whole lot of color. So I've got those. But I also pulled in the Nature Study color wash rub-ons, because of these two different browns, and then this bluey green, and then this more blue color with the ledger paper inside. So again, trying to stay away from the green, but we'll see how that works. I couldn't help myself. I just kept pulling in the greens. Also from Nature Study, I have these pieces. I really did like the mushrooms, and this one looking like a study log of nature, Nature Study. And then you've got the 4 jars of mushrooms inside, which I'm gonna try to use, you guys, just so that way I could say that this is all used up. And last but not least, from Dusty Attic, another class kit that I really loved, because it's got these little fern leaves, mushrooms, the little path bricks, the logs and whatnot. This is one of my favorite little collections that they have to explore and discover. The fern leaves are my favorite. These little sticky grass pieces and whatnot. This is just so awesome. I absolutely love this in its entirety. So it's going to be super fun. I cannot wait to see how all of this comes together and ends up being all one kit. Well, here it is. It's all one kit and all come together. Anyways, I look forward to seeing what I can do with this kit. I hope you guys pull a kit together too. Be sure to check out the Facebook group, where you'll see all of you'll see the kit collection where all of this inspiration came from, is over on the Facebook group, plus where all the challenges are posted, and where you should post if you're playing along. It would be great. And if you are interested in getting this cut file for free, then you'll want to go and be a member of that the Counterfeit Kit Club Facebook group, because this is where you're going to find it. It's not going to be down in the description box below. It will be in the Facebook group. So if you guys are interested, go join that Facebook group, grab the cut file, and join along for the month and see what we do with our kits. Everybody's kit is going to be different, but all the challenges are going to be the same, and we are all pulling our inspiration from the exact same inspiration kit from the Not Just for Boys Kit Club. All right. With this kit, I will be pulling in like stamp sets. I'll be pulling in stencils. I'll be pulling in mixed media. I've got other things that I'll be pulling in because of the other different series that I play along with all month long. So that is definitely also something that I will be adding to this kit. It's just not feasible for me to do it right now. I usually do that layout by layout, so I know which ones I want to pull in. So that is something I'm gifting myself, is the allowance to be able to pull in whatever mixed media I need at the time, and then of course whatever stamps and things I want to pull in. Okay, you guys, again, thank you so much. I know this is a super uber long video, and I do appreciate your patience with it. Hopefully I can trim it down enough to where it's not so long. And I will see you guys for the first layout. Bye.